Hi, today I'm going to talk about Venus, the planet of love. Just like St. Valentine's is approaching now, let's talk about love. What else? And Venus is the planet which shows in our horoscope how we approach love, what is important in relationship for us. In a female's chart, Venus will show how worthy she feels of love, how well she receives and gives affection. A Venus that is not in a good position usually will make a woman feel less worthy, associate with less worthy people, make less worthy and less wise choices. In a male's horoscope, Venus will describe the wife or the women that a male is most often attracted to or somehow ends up being in relationship with, the kind of situation that you can meet your partner as well, the position of Venus can describe. Venus also describes how we make choices. Venus is the planet of choices, and of course the most important choices we make is about relationships. If you have a position, if you have a Venus in a difficult position, we will more often than not make wrong choices in relationships, generally in our life, but now we're going to speak about relationships. And let me first explain to you how you can find the position of your Venus. First, go to my website, astrolada.com, and go to the birth chart calculator. I have a great new professional birth chart calculator, but you need to know the time of your birth. It's very important, to find the position, the house position of Venus. You need to know your time of birth. Enter the time of birth correctly, enter the place you were born as well, and then the website will send you to a chart, a horoscope chart that looks something like that. And there are other things on the chart, but what you are going to look for is to see where the sign of the planet Venus is. So, Venus can be like that. Venus is written with the letters V, the starting two letters of Venus. And Venus can be in the first house, or Venus can be here. Just see where Venus is and what house, what number you have next to Venus in the quadrant, This will show the house position of your Venus. And once you have this house position, independent where Venus is, go and listen to the video for the respective position of Venus. If you have your Venus in the 7th house, watch, you see the number 7 here and you see Venus here, then go and watch Venus in the 7th house, the video for Venus in the 7th house. Okay, what happens if your Venus is in the 3rd house? Well, then you will be someone who is attracted to partners who are quite curious and intelligent and quite skillful. 3rd house is the house of the mind, of information. So you will need someone who you can exchange ideas with, someone who can stimulate you intellectually very much so. Someone who is quite entertaining as well, with words, witty, clever. And if you, especially if you're a woman with Venus in the 3rd house, you will have these qualities yourself as a woman, because Venus is a feminine planet, and in female horoscope it will show what the woman is like in a relationship, and also what she likes to see in a relationships herself, Again, and men with Venus in the 3rd house, they will be attracted, even if they themselves are not like that, they will be attracted to women who are entertaining, witty, quite clever, quite skillful. 3rd house is the house of learning new things and learning new skills. So these women will quite often be not only intelligent and clever and witty, but really good also with their hands, really good at, they'll be probably able to cook and sew and know a few languages, all those technical skills, It's not so much a philosophical knowledge or being scientific and having so much understanding of the world. It's much more to do with being skillful in your everyday things, being a kind of a jack of all trades, knowing a little bit of everything. And there will be men with Venus in the 3rd house who will be attracted by women who are quite knowledgeable about, say, what's happening in the world through magazines, through media, through newspapers, So they can exchange these ideas, so they can be intellectually stimulating to each other. And funny again, witty, that's very important. 3rd house is also entertainment. It's like the media. So often these men or women will be attracted to entertaining relationships, as I keep saying. Also, sorry, let me just, yes, also excitable partners. Third house is the house of adventure, of excitement, and you will need someone who is quite curious, quite eager to go on adventures with you, to be playful a bit as a child almost, you know, open-minded and curious as little child, and constantly changing all the time, you know. And if you get someone who is too traditional, too set in their values, Venus in the third house will get a bit bored with such partners. You need, or if your love partner has Venus, love interest has Venus in the third house, you need to be adaptable and changeable and curious and intellectual for him and entertaining, rather than more the set traditional values. You know, they will be looking for someone more excitable and interesting rather than the set traditional values of other placements of Venus. And also it's very likely that you can meet your love interest during short travels, because third house is the house of traveling, or through siblings, or through neighbors. If a neighbor invites you and you're single, there is a great chance you can meet your love interest there. And through siblings, because third house rules siblings and relatives as well, and on short travels, as I say, and also on meetings like team works and learning meetings, like maybe conferences where you go to learn new skills, maybe if you go to lectures to learn new skills as well, places of learning, you can meet your partners there as well. You can meet them at when you're working together in a team with others, cooperating in business ventures like administrative or cooperative work together. You know, this is also possible situations for meeting a life partner. But as I say, intelligent, witty, sparkly partners, very entertaining, are important for you, who can stimulate your mind, and courageous partners as well. You know, third house is the house of courage and initiative, and you don't want sedentary partners if you have Venus in the third. Or if someone you're interested in has Venus in the third, especially a male, who would want a partner who is active in her life, who is busy, who has many contacts and communications, and who is actually quite courageous and is not afraid to take on difficult decisions, to take on difficult activities like learning new things. Learning anything new is difficult, you know. That's why these people tend to be courageous, who have planets, many planets in the third house. And if you have Venus in the third house, you will be attracted to someone who is like that. You know, who is not afraid to tackle on new tasks and initiate new activities as well. So anyway, that's what for Venus in the third house. Write to me what you think, write to me feedback, what you think of that. And if you really want to know more about your current partner and how well you fit together, go to my website astrolada.com, where I have unique relationship compatibility reports for just $15, and you can check according to ancient traditions how well you fit with a partner, whether he's going to give you headache or she's going to give you more headache, or whether this is someone you can spend your life together without any hiccups and with smooth sailing. You know, it's an extremely correct extremely correct relationship compatibility report. I really recommend it to everyone. Thank you very much.